I found a Christmas-themed woodworking project that made over $63,000 in total sales. And you don't even have to cut the wood. Now, after I show you how to make it, we'll go over a full profit calculation breakdown to see what this seller actually brought home from this product. So the first thing you got to do is head over to Lowe's and pick yourself up a 6-foot by 10-inch pine board for $17. Take it home, sand it up. If you're going to stain it, you're going to need to put wood conditioner on it, because if not, it can tend to get a little blotchy. We head over to Amazon and we pick up a package of these hooks. I'm going to use a sample piece of wood. We got it stained up, and then we're just going to put the hooks on depending on how many the customer ordered. And we want to stagger these. And for the final step, if you happen to have one, I don't, but I'm going to commandeer my wife's Cricut machine, and we're going to make a nice label for the top. All right, I got it printed up, and we'll get it put right here on the top. Very good. And then simply hang up your stockings. Simple enough. Project took minutes. So here we are. The price depends on the number of hooks that you order. The stain color, or leaving it bare as you see in this picture, does not. So we're going to go with 4 hooks for a standard 4-person family at $86.95. As you see, it is a 6-foot by 10-inch board, and they sold 734. Quite amazing for such a simple project. All right, time now for real deal profit calculation. All right, so remember we had the boards at $17. We'll do it at $18 for tax. So that comes up to, sorry, I'm not a math whiz, $13,212. And then those hooks from Amazon, they were a 10-pack for $459. We will just calculate at $225 because we only needed 4 of them. So that comes out to $1,651. Now, surprisingly enough, this seller also charges shipping on top of it at a whopping $29. That actually kind of blows my mind. I mean, this is an awkward shape being 6 foot, but it's, relatively speaking, there's no weight to it whatsoever, you know, maybe a pound or 2. So I'm thinking that they were probably including the price of the box and, you know, bubble wrap or wrapping material into that price. So I'm not going to calculate those. I'm just going to leave that out. However, Etsy does also do their transaction and payment processing fees also on the shipping. Not really cool, but whatever, that's their policy. So adding up the $63,821 with the $29 per sale, that comes up to another $21,286 for a grand total of $85,107 that you would take the 9.5% Etsy fee, which comes out to $8,085. Side note though, that means people are paying almost $116 for this thing, for what essentially is a $17 piece of wood with a couple little, you know, trinkets on it. $116, that blows my mind. And this is not to be condescending to the builder. The reviews are great. People love them, right? They feel like they got value for what they paid, and that's all that matters in the end, right? If your customer is happy with what they paid for the product that you provided them. So, I mean, great job. Great job. So, also the wood conditioner, the stain, the Cricut material, it's kind of nominal. I'm just going to put $1,000 for that. I mean, pure estimation, okay? So we have 13,212, 1,651, 8,085, and $1,000. That comes out to 23,000 and change. Subtract that from the total sale price of 63,821, and that leaves us just under $40,000, 39,000, where is it? 873. Now, if you notice, this was over 7 years. So if you divide that by 7, approximately $5,696 a year from this one no-cut project. And if you extrapolate a little further, you're probably only selling these 3 months out of the year. So those 3 months, you're making about 1,900 bucks. That's not bad for one product in your shop that takes minutes to build, and you don't even need to get dusty because it requires no cutting. Now there are couple variations. I also saw all of this on Etsy. I'll show you a few here that also got great sales. As you see, some of these are just horizontal, but it's basically a piece of 10-inch pine. If you want to do your own Etsy research with the eHunt AI Etsy app, there's a link, affiliate link below in the description. Great way to support the channel. Thank you. I really hope this got your entrepreneurial spirit and your woodworking spirit fired up today to show you that, wow, anything is possible, including selling something where you don't even have to cut it. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next video.